Good morning and good afternoon, depending on wherever you at the time of this recording. This is episode 183 of the Restricted Zone podcast, man. And we're starting off this episode right into the new year, 2025. I'm starting it with a great group of guys. Mar, introduce yourself to the subscribers and fans out here, man.
What's up, everybody? You already know what it is. We're about to have a good episode, especially when I'm here. So, ready for it to get started.
We're going to have a great episode today, man. Listen, Kris, introduce yourself. K-Wave, introduce yourself to the subscribers and fans out here, man.
It's the infamous K with everybody. First off, Happy New Year to you all. Let's have a good one tonight. And I'm kind of scared by saying that, but you know what? We're going to go with the flow.
2025, man. Let's do it. Ja, introduce yourself to the people. You was on the last episode. You're back again, man. Back for the football one. Let's get it, man.
Man, my name is Sean. I got a lot of sports to talk today, especially football. We'll be talking about, my team, the Ravens. So we'll see what happens.
Listen, man, it's a lot to talk about. And listen, the NFL season is really in the heat of things. The wild card is right around the corner this weekend, starting on this Saturday. A bunch of games. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy weekend. But before we dive into that, we're going to talk about some of the awards, man. Listen, I'm really looking forward to this. And we're going to dive right into it because I'm going to start with you, Ja, because, your man, he's kind of leading right now in terms of, the voting, in terms of, being that guy MVP. He could be MVP, could not, But I want to start off with you, man, because this is big. Who do you think is going to win the 2025 NFL MVP?
Oh, man, this is how I see it going, man. So at the end of the day, like you just said, right, you got Lamar, second highest passer rating in NFL history, literally for who they consider the running back, putting up some outstanding numbers, minimal interception, an absurd amount of passing touchdowns. He's up there in the top 5 just with everybody else, right? That being said, I want Lamar to win. Lamar probably deserves a win. But it's the NFL. They're going to give it to Josh Allen, man. And let me explain to you why.
I'm gonna let you know.
Let me explain to you why they're going to give it to that boy Josh Allen, man. So they're going to give it to Josh off the fact that even though he may not have the best record out of all those teams, they're going to take a step back and look at his offensive weapons. Keon Coleman is the only name that I can name that is worth a hill of beans on that team that could support him at the end of the day. But that being said, he marched in the Arrowhead, took one away from Pat Mahomes. Where else did he go? Went to the Lions, 3-3, 3 on foot, 3 through the air. At the end of the day, the NFL is going to take a step back and say MVP is the person who had the most influence on getting it done on the field. And then he didn't have any weapons around him to get it done. And then he beat the top 2 teams as of right now. So I feel like that's going to weigh in heavy on the discussion, not to mention recency bias. Everyone's kind of sick of seeing Lamar get it. He deserves it, but they're probably not going to give it to him. So you got my pick with Josh Allen here.
Josh Allen, okay, for the pick. Mar, you shake your head in disagreement, man. I mean, listen, go ahead and give your pick and offer some of your thoughts.
My MVP would have to be the person that he's, saying that they're just gonna hand the award to, like they just hand out MVPs. Oh, here you go, free MVP. Like I agree with you. Like he's gonna win the MVP because all the reasons you said, and to me, that's what an MVP is: the most valuable player. So if they didn't have Josh Allen, they wouldn't have won their division. Probably wouldn't have won 5 games, let alone they would be trying to draft a quarterback at that. The Ravens, they will be pretty fine without Lamar Jackson. Might not be 12-5. Or maybe knows if they didn't have Lamar, they probably would have beat the fucking Raiders. So who knows? My MVP ain't losing to no goddamn Raiders, I'll tell you that. So, but this is what happens when you mess up and give Lamar MVP last year when his stats were subpar, when you could have just waited and could have given it to him this year and it would have been a big fuss about it. But players fuck up and they just fucked up last year. So I'm rocking with Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, K-Wave. I mean, are you completing the trifecta? Are we?
I mean, who else would it be? Like, come on now, we gotta be for real now. We gotta be for real. I mean, it's like when you look at the NBA MVP past couple of years, it was Embiid and Jokic battling out head to head. And the year that everybody thought Embiid should have won it, Jokic won it. This is the year where stat wise, Lamar Jackson should win it, but it's going to be Josh Allen because of what happened and what he went through. He lost his top two receivers, and they didn't miss a beat at all,
Mhm.
at all. You feel me? So yeah, he deserves it. And honestly, I wish I was saying that the MVP is Saquon Barkley, but they
Mm.
just don't. They didn't want him to get the record. He
Mhm.
get the record. I would have been on here saying if Saquon Barkley don't win MVP, I'm about to just not watch NFL games anymore. Like they're just banned now in this household. You feel me? Because it's just like we don't see seasons. We don't see running backs have seasons like this often. You feel me? But I mean, going back to Josh Allen, I mean, yeah, who else would it be? Like, we gotta keep it a buck. Lamar Jackson had a great year, and I mean, again, if it wasn't for what Josh Allen went through, I would say Lamar's the MVP. But like Lamar said, Lamar probably shouldn't have won the MVP last year. And now you see he technically should be MVP this year, but he can't now because Josh Allen taking over.
Fair, great analysis. I don't disagree at all. I mean, we're gonna move on to the next award, the NFL Offensive Player of the Year. I mean, Mar, I want to start off with you. I mean, listen, who do you have taking home that award this upcoming? It's tough, man. Shake your head, deep breath.
Being, I mean, it's only one person to say. Like,
Oh,
like
Okay.
it's
that's
Oh
oh
man.
no, that ain't Giants colors, is it?
it, unfortunately, it's not. But you
Okay.
know,
You
if
know
he
what?
if he can't win MVP, has a quarterback ever won Offensive Player of the Year?
Uh, has a quarterback? Man, I couldn't think off the top of my head right now. Has a quarterback ever won NFL?
Because if I wouldn't give Offensive Player of the Year to Saquon, I would definitely fucking give it to Joe Burrow. Like
Man, I
Joe Burrow.
girl got it. I don't know. I mean, feel like you got I thought you was a little
No,
bit.
but I like when Joe Burrow plays bad when he loses. It's not fun when he plays good and he loses because then it's not his fault. Like
I
he
thought it was
looks like a
fun.
winner at that point. It's like, oh my
Really?
gosh, like people still throw the narrative around he's a winner and he lost, and it's just like 4 touchdowns, 320. Oh, he's a winner, but they lost. So for this segment, for this season, I couldn't be anti Joe Burrow because he was actually hooping, like he was doing his thing, and they almost made the playoffs. Like
Right.
if the Chiefs wouldn't have lost to the Bills and were chasing the undefeated record, the Bengals would have made the playoffs, and unfortunately, they would have been playing the Bills, and that's for another story. But yeah, my offensive player of the year would be Joe Burrow. I'd definitely. This is the only segment I could be good to him, so I'd definitely give it to Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow. Okay, okay. Ja, I'm gonna swing it to you, then swing it to K Wave. Who do you got for offensive player of the year 2025?
Uh, I mean, like Mark said, it's pretty obvious. Uh, Offensive player of the year, it just has to be Saquon, man. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
you look at all the other options. You look at competing running back, Derrick Henry. Clearly, Saquon had a better breakout season considering where he just came from. They both just left teams, but Derrick Henry's always been who Derrick Henry's been. I feel like this was Saquon's big statement concerning, not saying his career is young or anything, but he's far fresher to the game than the Derrick Henrys and the other names that you see in the league right now. So this is kind of his statement year. So gotta go to Saquon.
Saquon, K Wave, Saquon it is. K Wave, no one else at this point, right?
You know, I'm gonna throw a couple of other names in the mix. You feel
Okay.
me? That's what I'm about to do. So first of all, March, to answer your question, last quarterback to win Offensive Player of the Year was Patrick Mahomes in 2018. Um,
Wait. Did you get the MVP on that year?
nah, I didn't.
All right, I'll find it.
All right, so I mean, obviously Saquon is probably going to run away with it because he should be in MVP conversations, but he's not. But with that being said, I can't forget names like Derrick Henry, who was right behind Saquon in terms of rushing yards. And even though he didn't get 2,000, he did run for over 1,800 over 1,700 yards with I think 50 less carries than Saquon had. So I mean that's pretty impressive. I mean, like Mark said about Joe Burrow, if the Bengals did not have the worst defense in the league, he would easily be in the MVP conversation right now. And honestly, he might have been my pick for MVP
Mm.
for real. Because again, I just don't get how the man was scored over 30 points a game, going out there lighting defenses up, only to lose because his defense can't stop a traffic cones. They couldn't stop a breeze, and it's just sad. It was kind of sad to see. I also got to throw in his teammate Jamar Chase. I mean, he did win the Triple Crown for receivers in a year where he didn't even practice during training camp.
Mhm.
He held out the entire training camp for a new contract they didn't get, and then just had the best year a receiver has had. We haven't seen this since Cooper Cup did it a couple years ago, and now because of that, he's going to be the highest paid receiver in the league in his next contract, whether that's this offseason or next offseason. But I mean, I got to put him up there because he showed whether we think he's the best receiver in the league and deserves the most money. He showed that he earned his brand. He definitely earned his next contract with the performance he had this year. I mean, I think the runaway is Saquon, and this will be biased a little bit, but I also think Brock Bowers is in the mix only because of the fact that he had the best year, not only the best year a rookie tight end has had, but arguably was the best tight end this year on a
Mhm.
on a future team with a revolving door quarterback. He didn't have one. He really didn't have any quarterback this year. Yet it has the most receptions ever for a first year tight end and the most receiving yards ever for a first year tight end. I'm just saying those are impressive stats when you don't have a quarterback that's really to throw you the ball like that. You feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and say that Saquon's the runaway, and he should get it definitely.
Definitely, Chris. You really hit some great points, especially in terms of the revolving door of quarterbacks, and he was still able to be consistent and provide. So that's definitely great analysis on your end. Man, we moving on to
Hold on, real
offense.
quick.
What do you want to say, Mar?
I found that 2018 MVP and it just pissed me off.
Who?
It was Patrick Mahomes. And he won the MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Like, what's the point of the awards at that point? You're giving a man Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. He can't, like, he only plays offense. So you're going to give him MVP and Offensive Player of the Year? He can't play defense? Like, what the? Like, what's the point of these awards? Like,
It do get a little.
it's just dumb. Like, nigga already won the Offensive Player of the Year because he's a quarterback. If you give him MVP, like he's playing another position or something, it's the same stats. Like,
Man,
piss me off. My fault.
no, listen, I want to keep it on you since you got. Listen, I want to talk about the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, 25.
Oh, oh,
Man,
oh,
oh man,
oh.
I know you guys gonna kill me for my Caleb Williams. Go ahead, I'm ready for all the smoke. I got
You
it.
got Caleb Williams?
No, I said I was
Who do you
praising
have
Caleb
then?
Williams. No, I got Jalen Daniels, of course, 110%. I
Who?
think
What'd you say his name was?
Jalen
What'd you
Daniels,
say?
Jalen
Jalen
Daniels,
Jalen.
Daniels? That
yeah, Jaden,
that. There you
Jaden.
go.
You got Jaden Daniels. I ain't gonna lie. My man put me on him. Chris know what I'm talking about. My man put me on this court. My man put me
Oh
on
my
him.
Jaden
And
crazy.
I'm gonna have to roll with him, man.
No, he is though.
Gotta go with the bow, man. Gotta go with the bow, Nixter. You gotta
All
give
right,
it the bow.
okay.
Gotta give it the
Listen,
bow, man.
all right.
Broncos country. Let's ride. Like, you feel me?
Go ahead, bro.
You feel me? Gotta
Listen.
give it the bow.
Okay, all right. K Wave. Who's your
Oh,
choice?
so I for the entire season, I was like you, Kyle. I was thinking about Jaden Daniels, but
Hmm.
during the last couple of weeks, and I mean, it's probably going to be between Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix, but during the last couple of weeks of the season, I just thought to myself, you know what? I got a different choice for offensive rookie of the year, and you know what? I just talked about that man. You know what? This might be biased, but guess what? I don't give a damn. Brock Bowers. Brock
Okay.
Bowers.
Oh
Once
man.
again, once again one of the greatest seasons a rookie tight end has ever had without a true quarterback. Now, yes, the Raiders sucked this year, and he was the only bright spot. Now, if
Yeah.
that don't make you a valuable member of anything, you feel me? I feel like he should get it. But
And
because they're gonna give it to a quarterback per se, I'm gonna roll with the guy who I thought should have been the number one overall pick, and that's Jaden Daniels.
fair.
Wasn't Brock like top 5 in receiving yards?
Oh, shoot, he probably was. He actually was,
I
and he
Think
was
at
mean,
a
number
point
one.
in time I saw him, he was top 5 at
And
least.
he was number one for receiving yards for tight ends, and again number one for receptions with tight ends.
Yeah, he was.
Again, one of the greatest seasons what a rookie tight end has ever had. Man, give my man the award, yo. Stop playing on me.
get my
He was
man the
eighth.
award. Stop
He was
playing with
he
him.
was 8th as a tight end. As with Gardner Minshew.
And Aiden
It's
O'Connell
nasty.
and Desmond Ritter. Yo, give him the
That's
award. Yeah,
nasty.
yeah. Brock Bowers. Yo, Brock Bowers, you getting the award, yo. Yeah, now I want Brock Bowers to win. Forget the
Okay, all
QBs.
right. Listen, all right, we all got variety answers. I love it. Job, last but not least, who is your offensive rookie of the year, man? Who do you got?
Man, rookie of the year. I gotta stick it with Jaden Daniels still. I heard the opposing views. I hear them, the strong points. But at the end of the day, that boy Jaden Daniels did what no other quarterbacks doing as far as rookies. He
Yeah.
showed up freshman year. He's leading his team to the playoffs. Positive records, nothing but positivity coming out of him, right? And at the end of the day, 3 buzzer beaters and 1 on our own Eagles. This man's making Hail Marys look like nothing. Like it takes a little bit of luck. But that being said, luck is on his side. He deserves it, man.
Yeah. Man, just 3 more awards, and then we go on to the next topic, Mar. That's where I'm gonna let you go ahead and shine. But man, the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Who do you have? Who you got, Mar? Let's swing it to you.
Defensive rookie.
Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I don't even know if I got one of those for you.
Shoot, you got Jared Verse, Quinn Mitchell.
Who? Oh, I know you're talking about. Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Chop Robinson, doing Braden Fist, Tarheeb Still.
I ain't gonna lie.
What?
Ain't no rookie. I know defensive rookie stood out to me this season, and if I can't even remember him,
that's fair.
I'm not saying they ain't played good or nothing, but in my opinion, I don't know where I was this season, and maybe I missed the season, but I have no. Probably I'd just say Cooper DeJean. Like I don't know.
Cooper DeJean.
Let me tell you this.
He came out the woodworks with that one.
Let me tell you this. No, because let me tell you this. I did not think he was gonna. I didn't think he was gonna hoop like that.
Okay.
I didn't think he was gonna be able to play like that right away. Like they just threw him into the fire, and he's better than Mitchell in my opinion. So that's why I would pick Cooper. But like I said, I don't think nobody stood out to me.
Okay. K-Wave. Give me your candidate. Who do you have winning the award?
Oh, simple one. Like Lamar said, maybe I wasn't paying attention because I didn't feel like a lot of the defensive rookies were making a lot of noise.
Right.
But only because I felt like he was the only reason that the Rams defense was relevant this year and a big reason why they're going to the playoffs. Give it to Jared Verse.
Okay.
Feel me? Let him get his little trophy.
Get his little trophy. All right, listen, Ja. I'm gonna carry it to you, man. Listen, who do you have your NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year? Before we switch into NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
Hey, listen, man. I'm always with the sports books. I'm checking the odds because you gotta put your money where your mouth is, and the money shows right now that everybody's on Jared Verse by an outstanding amount. It looks like the books damn near aren't even going to be offering it anymore. Verse, I apologize.
I don't know who this man is.
My bad.
Oh man, but before we go on to the next topic, Kendrick finally hopped on. Shout out to Kendrick. Introduce yourself to the subscribers, man. K.
My
Dot.
my fault. I'm late, y'all. Y'all already know who it
Shout
is.
out
Smartest
somebody
man.
running league.
Listen,
Special
Kendrick.
treatment, yo. That's crazy.
Kendrick,
I said my bad. My bad. I was running a little.
listen, Kendrick, I'm gonna just keep it on. I'm gonna throw this last question before we go on to the next one. Who do you have as your NFL defensive rookie of the year? Say it again, K.
Who?
Quinyon Mitchell. Q Mitch. I mean, listen. That may be a little bit biased. But if I take out my Eagles pride, for real, if you ask me who the defensive player of the year, and I'm not an Eagles fan, I would either say Q or the edge rusher from the Rams,
Verse, okay.
Dog. You take what, Mar? What? What's the problem?
No, I just don't know who this man is. And that's the third time I heard his name. I just don't know him.
You got just jump on the wave, man.
Like a lot of these, like I was saying earlier, these defensive rookies must ain't showed out this season, or maybe I missed the season because I don't even know who that is.
Oh, listen,
Yeah.
Oh no, he the starting DN for the LA Rams. They got 2 rookie DNs, and they actually had great seasons. Like Verse, I think he was like, it was him and his counterpart. They were both like 1-2 in like the rookie. I'm pretty sure they're like both top 5 in the rookie categories for like rushes, I think QB pressures and QB sacks as rookies. So they were like putting up numbers. I thought at first my choice was Nate Wiggins, out of Clemson. The DB. Yo, chill on him. He number 2 on the Ravens. He the starting the cornerback. Number 2.
Going crazy.
It was the last time I saw number 2 on the Ravens. I thought it was Taylor Huntley.
The last time. No, that was him. That was
that's Pro Bowl quarterback Tyler Huntley to you, brother.
My fault. You're absolutely correct. My bad.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead, Colin.
No, well, listen. All right, that's your pick. Listen, K-Wave, I'm going to start this one with you. Who's your NFL defensive player for 2025? Who do you have taking home that award? K-Wave.
I got you. Shoot. Hey, I'm really shouting out Bengals players tonight. You feel me? I can't believe I'm doing this for a team that missed the. It's just amazing. I gotta say,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
It amazes me how they had one of the best quarterbacks who had a career year this year, the Triple Crown receiver, and the leader in sacks on the team, and they didn't make the playoffs. Like, that is insane. Bro, I got to give it to Trey Hendrickson for just like Jamar Chase. The brother threatened to hold out all offseason because he wanted a new deal. And you already know the Bengals are stingy with their bread if you ain't a quarterback. So they said, no, we ain't going to pay you. He said, bet, hold my beer, watch this. He just had a career year. 17.5 sacks. Like, that's crazy. And now they're in a situation where I want him to get this award so that way the Bengals can't pay him now, which means he gotta walk. He a free agent. He a free agent on the market now. You feel me? Open season. It's crazy. Shout out Trey Hendrickson. Shout out the Bengals for having 3 players who had great years and it didn't amount to shit for y'all team wise.
Outrageous. That is, man. They gotta be studied a lot.
Listen here, Kris. I gotta be honest. K-Wave, Mr. K-Wave Network.
I'm listening, good brother.
That was a great choice. You know, if I wasn't an Eagles fan, I would definitely say Jalen Carter, but I gotta dollar that out. I gotta take that out of me. Actually, yeah, I think I would go Trey too. Either that or Miles again. I feel like I picked Micah in the beginning. I really had hope for him, but he got hurt, went downhill. I didn't really see anybody. I mean, you can always look at Fred Warner. That's always the easy pick. Or even Roquan Smith. Those are easy picks at linebacker. But, yeah, I got to give it to Trey. Honestly, if the Bengals were in the playoffs, they would have swept the awards from MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. They might have messed around and got Coach of the Year if he actually knew how to. If he knew how to coach properly and handle things, and the ownership knew how to, sign valuable players. But we're not gonna get into that.
Oh man, we're not gonna get into that. Ja, I'm gonna swing it to you. Who is your defensive player of the year? Who you think's taking home that award?
Man, that's a rough pick. I feel like I can't have too much input on it. I don't got any personal bias, honestly. But just based off of the feedback that everybody else gave, I do want to bring in another name. We want to look at Kirby off the Lions. They lost key weapons on their defense,
That's true.
leading the league in picks. At the end of the day, the Lions are offensive powerhouse. And while, yes, they've been putting up a lot of points, I want you to realize a majority of their games are probably going over as far as the line of the prediction. You see what I'm saying? So that being said, that means the other team scores a lot as well, a lot of these games. So, well,
I
not a
wouldn't
lot,
really say
but
that.
I want to say a lot, but they're putting up enough points to where it could be said, man, the weapons that we're missing in Aiden, you know what I mean? It's definitely felt. So, I don't know. I feel like he's definitely had a standout year, breakout year. Happy for him. He was always a good guy, so I don't know. That's where I'll leave it at.
All right, Ja. Listen, I love the answers. Mar, who you have taken that award 2025 Defensive Player of the Year? Can you hear me?
Hey, good brother, you on mute.
My bad, I was on mute. I got PS2, and the reason I had PS2 is because he put up some numbers against some pretty good number one receivers this year.
Yes, too.
He's shut down DK for like 3 catches, 30 yards. George Pickens had like 1 catch, 16 yards. I don't even think Garrett Wilson had a catch. He had a crazy season. Like Brandon Ayuk didn't have a catch. Devontae Adams had 5 catches, 50 yards.
LOL.
It was.
Oh,
He was. PS2 was strapping. I'm surprised I didn't hear his name, but what was it? Aiden Hutchinson from the Bengals? That's his name.
No, you Aiden Hutchinson.
Wait, he's from the Lions. I always get them confused. Trey Hendrickson. Yeah, I get them. I don't know how I get them confused. I don't know how I get him confused with Aiden Hutchinson. Yeah, Trey Hendrickson. I'm not mad at the Trey Hendrickson one because that's the only part they have on defense. But yeah, PS2, man, he takes away a whole player out the game. Like
that sounds like what Quinyon Mitchell was doing.
It sure don't. It sure does not.
What?
Not at all.
My man only gave up 2
all.
touchdowns all year.
It does not at all.
Sure don't.
We got pull up his numbers.
You can pull him up. You can pull him up. I don't know why you're gonna pull him up. Because I don't know why you're gonna pull him up. He wasn't doing what PS2 was doing. PS2 was playing straight man. No safety help. Don't get out of here. Get out of here.
Everybody was on Twitter that one time they was talking about the Commanders game, and now all of a sudden he had constant safety help.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Get out of here. Get away.
He said get away.
I don't know nothing about that.
All right, listen.
Yeah, PS2.
All right, listen, Kendrick. While you go ahead and do you look up that, I'm gonna go ahead and swing it to Ja. Ja, I'm gonna start with you. And before we get to the last award, it's NFL Comeback Player of the Year. Now, Ja, I'm gonna start with
Sam
you.
Darnold.
You got to come back from an injury, not being ass.
Sam Darnold?
Not being ass.
Damn, Ja, you got to explain the Sam Darnold one.
That's crazy to say, Kendrick. That's really crazy to say.
That's Kendrick. Listen, I'm
crying, man.
Elaborate, bro.
Well, honestly, I don't really have a pick for a comeback player of the year. That really would be my pick, simply because I don't have anybody standing out directly in my head right now.
Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow, That's
He
not
came
how.
back from an
Did he
injury.
already win
He
one?
came back from an
Win
injury.
one?
But
Did he
that's
win
that's
one?
too that's too easy.
Kendrick,
Which
that's like
is because he the best.
Kendrick,
Sorry, he was the best comeback player because he came back from
Kendrick,
something. He ain't come
brother,
back from being ass. He came back from an injury.
brother, but he was already like that. That's like John Grant with the most improved. Come on now.
Come on,
Yeah,
all right,
he stayed consistent.
we all know
Okay,
the most
okay.
improved was the oh shit, we weren't paying attention award in the NBA. That's what we have now realized.
That's what it is now.
That's what it now is.
Yeah, you know what? You say you're the smartest man in the podcast. Remember the
Bro,
dumbest
he
thing you
already
said tonight?
got
I'm being
one,
honest with
bro.
you. That might have been the dumbest thing you said
Oh,
tonight, my big
my
brother.
fault. He came back from another injury and who?
Bro, he
Like
already got a
but
comeback
But he
player of the
was
year.
he
like,
Like,
tore
but
his
he was already that
ACL.
how many times
bull.
you gonna come back? Goddamn,
How
like
many
just
times
stay
you gonna
away
get
at this
injured? Like, what
point.
do you
You
mean?
keep
You
getting
get injured
comeback
and you
player of
come
the
back.
year. Like we
You
did it
got
already.
injured and
Oh
you come back.
Man,
man.
You got
Like,
injured and you come
bro,
back
just
and you
man, yo,
there
leave
was
already.
there
Like,
Oh
was
who wants
no
to
if
two
you
drop.
don't get
comeback
There
players?
was no drop in play. Actually, it elevated.
bro,
Who
if you
wants
don't give
two
Sam
comeback?
Darnold the damn award, Joe,
Now we
stop
got to give
playing with
out
me.
pity awards.
So we
Pitiful,
Pity Award.
because the
That's what
motherfucker
it
was
is.
pitiful and then he got good because he's like with a good coach and now we got to be
Bro,
like, oh,
you're
he's
He had
not
a
coming back.
career.
two
You
He's
comeback
talk
coming
about
player of the
back.
career
year
years.
awards.
You talk about career years. He had a career year. What you
So
mean?
did Joey and he came back from an injury.
Bro,
So
he
he's
already got
already
one,
It's not.
bro.
So he got hurt again.
It's a
Sorry, he got hurt.
comeback.
What do you
If he
mean?
get hurt
hold
again,
on,
you gonna give it to him
hold
again?
on,
If
Kendrick.
he
Wait, Kendrick.
outperformed
Hold on,
every other
Kendrick.
player who
Let
came
me,
back from an injury,
yo,
then yes.
my man. Now I gotta ask you a question. So you remember when Tom Brady got hurt that one year and Matt Castle was the starting quarterback for the Patriots? Remember
Yeah.
that? When Brady came back the next year was hooping, so he won't come back player of the year because he got
He
hurt.
sure did because he came back from an
Yeah,
injury.
yeah. Next topic, please.
All right.
But he did win comeback player of the year.
Wait. All right. Look.
He did
Wait.
win comeback player of the year.
That's crazy.
Because
Why? He
he
was
came
already
back
like
from an
that.
injury. The whole
No,
point of comeback
listen.
player of the year award
But
is
he
I
was
don't have a
already
problem
confirmation.
like
winning it
You
that.
one
did not come
time.
back. You did
But
not come back from being. You came back from being ass. You weren't hurt.
bro,
You just sucked. And then you went
if
to
you
a
were
good
all pro
coaching
before you
cue
get hurt, why am I gonna give you an award if you come back from
because
injury and you still all
because
pro? You ain't
because
changed.
there's a chance you would have fell off. There's a chance
Oh my
people fall
lord,
off after
bro!
injuries.
This ain't
People
bro.
don't
This
fall
ain't
off
like
after injuries.
bro. It's not
People don't
like we're
fall off
talking about.
after
It's
injuries
not
though.
like it's Alex Smith who almost died from his injury and came back
I ain't,
to play another
I'm just
snap,
saying
bro.
people don't come back the same off of injuries.
Oh my lord, have mercy. You know
All
what?
right. Look. All right. So
The Sam Darnold get the award. All right, that's all I'm gonna say.
my pick is
But
Sam Darnold. John, you wasn't wrong. I just wanted to hear your perspective. Yeah, but Mar, you don't want Joe. You know, so who are you picking, Mar? You going with Sam Darnold?
Bro, you can't win it twice, bro. That's in my book. So I'm gonna have to go with Sam Darnold, bro. I'm not giving you comeback of
How
the year
Lamar win
twice.
MVP twice then? How Lamar win
Ah,
MVP? Oh, so we can
That's
give out the
different.
MVP back to back, but
That
we can't give out
MVP is
comeback player of the year
different.
because
That's
he
a
came back from an
valuable
injury.
trophy.
Coming back from an injury twice,
Bro, you're
you don't
not
deserve
winning
it.
the award
yo,
again,
Kendrick,
bro.
Kendrick,
Learn
my
to
man,
stay
my
like
man, you all right tonight, brother? I gotta ask you, you all right tonight? You scaring me right now. You
Nah,
really
you got a
all
lot of
scaring
right.
me.
Look. All
energy.
And
I'm
right.
not gonna lie, you got a lot of energy.
All right. With that being said, we gonna move on to the next topic, man. The next award. All right, Kendrick, I'm gonna start with you, man. This is the last award before we swing it over to Mar. Let Mar dictate and run. You know, Kendrick, NFL Coach of the Year.
There's two answers for this. It's only two answers for this. This
So,
ain't that difficult.
So if I say Nick Sirianni, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong.
So if I say Andy Reid, I'm wrong.
Yes, again, you are.
uh,
You know who the two candidates are, bro. Stop
nah,
playing.
man.
You already know who the two candidates are.
I mean, I'm fucking around. Everybody know Dan Quinn won.
Dan Quinn.
Dan Quinn?
Okay, interesting. That was the one I was thinking of, but it's okay. That's fine.
Dan Quinn. Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. That's not what I'm thinking of.
K. Oh, that's who you was thinking of as well.
That's not what I was thinking of.
Oh, go ahead, K Wave. Go ahead.
The two people I'm thinking of is the man in Motown that like biting kneecaps off. You feel me? Or we can take it to Minnesota, who turned Sam Darnold into a starting caliber quarterback right now, and had the Vikings hooping most of the year with one of the best defenses in the league. You feel me?
Now I'ma say why the
God.
Vikings. You mean you saying the defense, right? You saying the defense, and I hear you, and like I'm, you mean? But my thing is though, he got Brian there, he got BF there, and he used to be a head coach, and he known for his defense. So
Right.
you know what I'm saying? I mean, low key getting carried, low key,
He had Sam Darnold had the best year of his life when
because
everybody thought.
he's a QB guru.
So,
I ain't gonna be.
but I mean, listen, man.
Saying,
They won 13 games. Like, come on now.
I mean,
They
listen.
won
I'm
13
not
games.
saying you wrong. I'm not saying that wasn't a good choice. I'm saying those are great choices. I'm just picking Dan Quinn because the win ratio difference is world crazy. Like there was an 8+ win difference
I
from
got
last
you.
year. So you know what I'm saying. So that's why I'm that's Dan Quinn me. Dan Quinn guy.
But I got you. That's cool. But the way you brought Brian Flores, you know Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn about to be head coaches next year, right? You feel
But
me?
they ain't never been a head coach before.
You know what? You're right. But one of them got 4 interviews this weekend, though.
They only staying there for real because they want to be like, I want to go where it's like you're just a QB away, like Dan Quinn did, and not you need Jesus. Like they want to go how Dan Quinn went to the Commanders versus them going to the Chicago Bears. You feel me? Or even the Tennessee Titans. But the Tennessee Titans just need a GM, and that was fucked up what they did too. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Oh! Don't get me started on people, black people figures in authority in the NFL right now. That's another discussion for another day, maybe.
We definitely say that.
Or maybe a rant I'm gonna have in like 5 minutes or so.
That's fair too. All right, Mar, I'm gonna swing it to you, man. Who was your head coach of the year? NFL head coach of the year. Who you had taking home that hardware?
Yeah, to say it like that, but to be honest, don't know. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I don't know his name. But for you to get the Chargers into the playoffs without any weapons around Justin Herbert, got to be some type of coach in my mind. So I'm gonna have to go with the Chargers coach,
Jim Harbaugh. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot he was there. I don't like the. I mean, I gotta home it as a fan of the Chargers, so I try to do my best to stay away from the Chargers. Like I just like to clown them, but
You like
I mean,
the clown?
this year they actually did their thing. So I gotta go with Jim Harbaugh, and I didn't think he was gonna be able to do that.
If there's one thing Jim Harbaugh knows how to do, he turns teams around for some reason. He's always done that. I don't know how
Like
he's done it, but he's always done it.
Man, fuck Michigan.
They're disgusting. They're a disgusting team.
Get your bitch ass back here.
Hey, whoa.
I was never scared. Now I had to put something down.
Y'all better pray. Y'all beat Notre Dame.
All right, I got to make sure I remember this timing because I'm gonna have to take this out. All right,
Don't let Ohio State be the last team standing. Team y'all clearly can't beat.
Let's save the college football for the next
I ain't
episode.
say nothing about Ohio State. Come on now.
No,
focus on the topic at hand.
You
focusing on another team that you don't even care about. For real, that's weird.
We the only team that seems to be able to beat them because y'all
can't. All
right.
Oregon beat them. Oregon beat them before.
And they got their ass whooped by them.
It was the first time in like 10 years.
Right.
College.
We beat them 4 straight years. We have a quarterback this year. What's y'all excuse?
Franklin.
Hey, all right. With that, listen, Ja, I'm gonna let you end off for the last topic before I swing it to Mara for he ends off with his segment. Ja, who do you have for your NFL Coach of the Year? Who you have taking home the hardware?
NFL Coach of the Year.
NFL Coach of the Year, man.
They're gonna give it to the. This is rough.
I
like the Chargers coach. Let me keep it personal. Let me not even talk about what I think can happen. I like the Chargers coach.
Jim Harbaugh.
Yeah. A few weeks ago, I came on here and I said something to you and Kendrick, and I said the Chargers are the biggest fluke in the NFL right now. I was wrong. I was wrong.
I remember.
No, you
was talking that.
There was not wrong.
How you gonna tell us?
Yeah.
Wrong.
Listen, I'm a man who hold myself accountable. I feel like I've been right about most of my other predictions. That being said, Jalen Hurts is still not the man to take us to the championship. I'm just gonna say it. There's a reason.
Kenji, don't walk off.
listen. What happened last time that we won the championship?
Don't walk
We
off.
got into the playoffs and we lost our dog, and Mr. Nick Foles came in and he finished
was
it for
standing
us.
right with it.
That being said, my man's Jalen Hurts. I don't wish ill on nobody, but my prediction is he rushes back out there on Sunday. He was just a concussion protocol yesterday. We're putting him back out there on Sunday. They're gonna blow his head. They're gonna blow him up, and then Tanner McKee gonna have to take us home.
Oh my!
But I think we do it this year with Tanner. I got Tanner before I got Jalen. That is how much I'm a big anti Jalen Hurts advocate.
Hold on.
Hey, Kenji.
So wait, no. Hold on. He got the concussion against the Commanders, correct?
Correct.
It's been 2 weeks since his concussion, for real. The reason why he has not cleared concussion protocol is because he has not been practicing. Because they're like, you're not going to play next week against the Cowboys, and then we're not going to play you against the Giants. So why would you practice? I mean, he can be at the facility, yeah, but you're not about to do no hard labor practicing. You about to go we got the spot. We done secured number 2. So what do you, like, just recover, take it, let your body recover, and then come out and hoop. Like, I'm just confused. And it's like, all right, he won't take us to the promised land. I mean, he didn't lose us the Super Bowl in 2022. Jonathan Gannon did that for us. So it's like, I don't know.
What did he do?
Nothing. He didn't do. He really was the best player in the Super Bowl when we played. It was just literally Jonathan Gannon lost us that game. So it's just
he was.
Yeah, that's valid points.
Was he? I mean, yeah, I think he was. I think a lot of people say he was. I agree with it. A lot of players on the field also agree. Was like, yeah, I mean, for real. It was just, Jonathan Gannon.
You remember what he had that year?
What was it? Was it like 300 yards passing, 1 passing touchdown, 3 rushing touchdowns? I think about 60, 70 yards rushing, no interception, and 1 fumble.
3 tush pushes. Okay.
No. Whoa. I thought it was 2, and he ran 1 in, or was that the extra? Was that the 2-point conversion? I think
2.5.
I think he had 1 that was like at least 10 yards. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. So, and AJ had one touchdown catches, and I think Smitty had like over 100 yards. AJ had about like 80, 90. Yeah, it was just the defense really that didn't fall apart, but Jonathan Gannon fell apart because he realized that he couldn't coach anymore, but he never could. But
I mean, he's not doing so bad in Arizona. They're getting better.
Man, fuck him in Arizona, okay?
I'm sorry you feel that way.
We could be Super Bowl champions 2022 if he could did his job better. He want to do his job now after the fact. Oh, you want to care now because you were head coach but not a DC. Oh, okay.
Hey, man, don't blame him that y'all defensive players are slipping and sliding all over the field.
Yeah. Oh, but I'm supposed to blame where the turf management at? Like, come on, man. We got people whose job it is. Like, you're not doing your job. Like, what are we talking about here?
They was out there playing like it was the Mud Bowl. Don't blame that. You can't blame that on Gannon.
No, but I can blame bad coaching on him.
All right, y'all. We about to switch to the final topic, but this might get a little crazy because some people might say some stuff that I don't want to hear tonight.
I'm scared.
So we're gonna move up to the playoff. We're gonna talk about the playoff matchups. We're gonna do NFC and the AFC. I'm not gonna lie. I want to start with you, Sean. What's up, Sean? I didn't even introduce myself earlier because I was eating. What's up, bro?
What's up, brother? Nice to meet you, brother.
Excuse me, I didn't hear the last part.
No, I was just saying, what's up?
We're gonna start off with the Bills and the Broncos. Who you like out of the Bills and the Broncos?
My boy Josh Allen, like I said, he's not going home first round this year. It just simply doesn't happen. The only way I see it happening, actually, yeah, I'm wrong. I was gonna say, actually, now that I say it out loud, isn't that the Kris of the MVP? They're gonna give him that. He gonna go home.
Lamar made it to the conference last year.
Yeah, that's fair. But nah, I genuinely don't see them losing their first game. I feel like they got too much on the line. Josh Allen has too much to prove. It's been too many years where he's consistently been in top quarterback talks, and too many times I've personally said, I don't see it because you're not doing anything to show for it. So we'll figure out this year if he's actually who the world says that he is to me. And I'm be honest with you, I didn't really see it until this year. So hopefully this year he shows up. I got the Bills.
All right. Good points. I'm gonna swing it to you, Kendrick. Who you like out of the Bills and the Broncos?
I got the Bills just solely because this is going to be the the repeat of history for Josh Allen. Like, I think he gets past the first round, but I think that's the furthest he goes, for real, for real. He'll lose the next round to the Ravens again. So, but he will beat the Broncos. They'll win comfortably. I would think they'll win by like.
I don't think they play the they'll play the Ravens.
The way I have it going out is the Bills would win, the Ravens would win, and then the Texans would win, and so therefore,
You got the Texans.
Yeah.
Come on, brother.
And therefore, that would mean that the Chiefs would have to play the Texans, and then the Bills would have to play the Ravens.
You really? We're gonna get back to that. All right. I'm gonna swing it over to you, the infamous. We're gonna. Who you like out of? My bad. Who you like out of the Bills and the Steelers? The Bills.
Oh, I don't know if they was playing.
The Bills and the Broncos. My apologies.
I mean, I'm gonna keep the Josh Allen wave going. I mean, he gotta win this game. I mean, this is I feel like every year we be saying this is a make or break postseason for Josh Allen, but like this one really might be a make or break postseason, especially considering the fact that he probably gonna win MVP. So it's not gonna do you no good if you getting bounced by an inexperienced Broncos team in the first round. I don't care who their coach is, and I don't care how many betters they got on that team. They ain't been in the playoffs in a minute, so they're inexperienced right now. Josh Allen just gotta get the job done. I feel like he will. Might win by cool, maybe 10 or 15 points, a couple touchdowns.
All right, Broncos with the clean. I said Bills with the clean sweep. Dang, I thought somebody was gonna have the Broncos.
Nah,
Quick.
I don't trust the youngins. If you like Devontae said last year, or Devontae said a couple years ago about Sertain, they're not there yet. They're just not there yet. They will be. They're just not there yet.
That's fair. Quick question: if the Bengals were in the Broncos spot, do you see them beating the Bills?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Yeah. Listen, if the Bengals just had a little bit of the defense, I got them against anybody. Honestly, they put up a fight against anybody. They just don't have. They just don't. It's really just the back seven that just stinks to high heavens.
Oh shit.
Or we're gonna keep it on you, Kris. Ravens and the Steelers.
Oh yeah, Jai, you about to hate what I'm gonna say, good brother. I think this is gonna be episodes of the weekend. I I I don't know. History shows that when Lamar Jackson plays the Steelers, he's not the same Lamar Jackson like he is against the rest of the teams in the NFL. I don't know if it's the divisional matchup itself. I don't know what it is, but he's not Superman when he go against the Steelers. And yes, the game is going to be in Baltimore, but again, it's divisional matchup, so it can go either way. You feel me? Especially with the series being tied 1-1 now, and both teams defending their home turf. I mean, I know the Steelers are coming in losing four straight, and that's not good. And the offense has looked pitiful, and I mean pitiful. But if there's any team that they can turn it around against and still win, it's the Ravens. And again, I want to trust Lamar. I really do. I really do. But it just seems like in the playoffs, they just always go away from what got them to the dance in the first place. And I feel like that's going to happen again. I feel like they're going to be pass heavy instead of run heavy. And that's their problem. Whenever they pass heavy, they don't win in the postseason. When they run heavy, they got a chance. And with Derrick Henry in, I feel like they should be run heavy. But John Harbaugh like to overthink too much. And I feel like that's why, even though he's been really good for the Raiders for the past decade, he out of here unless they get to the bowl. And I don't got him getting to the bowl. I think that's gonna be upset of the weekend.
Or that's a pretty big upset because if the Steelers win, man, yo, Ja, I gotta hear what you guys say about this. Ravens and Steelers, man. Tell me, please tell me you got something to say positive about them Ravens.
Oh yeah, of course. This their year. This their year. They may take the whole AFC, my brother. I ain't laughing with y'all.
Come on, man. They couldn't be Kansas City on their home field. You think they're gonna go to Kansas City and win there? Stop it. Come
Here's
on
my
now.
thing. Here's my thing. You already got Lamar up in the MVP talks, right? What did we say before? This is going to be the year where on paper he deserves it. He doesn't get it. You come out there with a different level of tenacity. You come out there with a different level of anger. You already know they're down with Zay Flowers being hurt this previous game. A couple people got hurt. Rashad Bateman hurt. So, few things happen that would put you at odds, but that's all the more reason why I feel like they'll stick to the run heavy game, like you were saying. And I don't think they could be stopped there. Too many options. I feel like you snap it off Lamar. You got the options with Henry in the backfield, of course. If they do like not an RPO, but more so QB choices where the QB could continue to sneak the ball. I've seen too many times where the whole field shifts to the right side, trying to get Derrick Henry, and Lamar could have had a breakaway run because they're scared of him. You see what I'm saying? So they have enough weapons to where I feel like they could still get it done. Not to mention Russell Wilson. He did his thing a few games this year. Last couple games show that he's not consistent enough to get it done. And on top of it, he's old. I'm playing. But I really don't think Russ has it in him. Um, I feel like Pickens has a great game, but goes home.
Or just fair. I was about to say two Steelers take two O's. Getting crazy out here. All right. SMOP. Who you got
Sorry
out
to
of
my
the
sorry to
Ravens
my
and Steelers?
pops. I gotta say sorry to my pops before I say this, but Lamar about to put that belt to ass. That's all I'm gonna say.
That's all I'm gonna say. All right, and we keeping it on you because I definitely want to hear this. I
Mm-hmm.
got to hear this.
Mm-hmm.
To finish off the AFC, we have the fourth seed Texans and the fifth seed Chargers. And my brother, please repeat to me what you said earlier about the series of this game.
Oh, I'm picking the Texans. Um, however, I look at that, but I actually was talking to my coworker about this earlier because I was talking to them and I said I picked the Texans, but I see this game going one of two ways. It's either going to be a shootout between both teams, they're just going to be scoring back and forth, or it's going to be a kickoff where it's going to be a bunch of field goals back and forth. And that's just how I see it. It's going to be a barn burner, one of the two.
And you got the Texans winning either one of those options.
I say yes because of home field advantage. That is my sole reason why.
Oh, can't be mad at that. Okay. All right. K Wave, Texans and Chargers. What's your outcome?
I just had to look at some math. All right. I'm also going to go with the Texans. And here's my reason why. Here's my reason why. The Chargers, while they did make the playoffs, do you not realize their wins came against teams that didn't make the playoffs this year?
Yeah, they're
So,
pretty bummy against 500 teams.
so I, what faith do I have to go off of that they're going to be able to go into enemy territory, even with the Texans team where CJ Stroud had a down year, the O line is horrible. Joe Mixon fell off the face of the earth after being in MVP conversations early in the year. I don't know if I have the faith. And then also, while I am a fan of Jim Harbaugh, the last time we saw the Chargers in the playoffs, they wasted a 4 touchdown lead to Trevor Lawrence. I'm just saying, I don't know if I can put faith in them. I don't know if I can trust them like that. And then I got just to think about this. They signed Ezekiel Elliott. I mean, I know the Chargers line is kind of nice, But Zeke is also kind of washed. So what does that do for you? You feel me? Like Kendrick said, I feel like this is gonna go one of two ways. I feel like it's either going to be the passing game of the Texans against um, J.K. Dobbins just torching that running defense of the Texans, or it's going to be a sloppy game back and forth. Both offenses are going to struggle, and it's going to come down to a couple late field goal attempts, and it's going to be a low scoring game. But at the end of the day, I don't trust the Chargers because of the fact that most of their success this year have come against subpar teams. So I got to go with the Texans based off of that.
Can I just did some homework real quick.
Go
Um,
ahead.
if I read this correctly, the Texans only beat one playoff team.
Okay.
Does that change anything that you just said?
No, it doesn't because they defended their home. They defended home field last year. The first in the wild card round, albeit it was against a backup who was hooping for the Browns, but they defended home field. And I think that history will repeat itself this year against a team who hasn't been in the playoffs in a couple of years and are now back. I just don't trust them right now. And again, we just like you said, we got the friend that likes the Chargers. What do I say? The Chargers are gonna charger at some point, and I feel like this is the perfect time, the perfect scenario for the Chargers to charger.
I feel you. I can't even argue that. I can't argue that. It's just these Texans are just so disgusting, and
They are.
the teams that they beat or even lost to is just like disgusting. Like 31-2, that game was just.
I agree. It was horrible. It was horrible to watch.
I just didn't think they wanted to work that day. For real, for real.
I mean, that's probably the case too.
All right. Ja, I'm gonna swing it to you to wrap up the AFC. The Texans and the Chargers. What's your outcome of that game?
Ah, I said what I said about the Chargers, but I don't think it's the Texans that they go down against.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
Somebody understands.
I feel like CJ Stroud, he's had a good year, rookie quarterback. We've had
He's in his second year.
his second year, my bad. Still young to me
He playing
mentally.
like a rookie.
You play like a rookie.
Dang.
But at the end of the day, we gotta be for real. He did lose his weapon in Stephon Diggs, being his wide receiver one, of course. Nico
Whoa, whoa,
stepped.
whoa, whoa. Nico was always WR1.
Nico
Stephon
Uh,
powers
Diggs.
down a little bit. I don't know, my
no, no, no,
boy.
no, no, no. Don't get me wrong. At the end of the day, Nico has the tenure there. Stephon just got there. But as far as consistency and who you would expect to consistently get it done, it's the same way
Nico
walking into
Collins.
this year. No, walking into this year, you would have thought Travis Kelce would have been the one to get it done for the Chiefs. And yet they're 15-2, and Kelsey's been dog shit all season. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean when I say you just expected more production out of Stephon Diggs, not expecting him to get hurt as early as he did. But outside of that, I don't see CJ Stroud pulling it together enough to beat that team, man. Just no
Thank you,
way.
bro. Thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Because I'm
And that
Hell
not
yeah,
man
gonna lie.
Lamar.
Johnston, yeah, Quentin Johnson just came off of. I know that last week was whatever that last week was. Week 18 is always weird, but 200 yards, 3 touchdowns. I don't know, man. You give somebody some confidence like that, they'll come out and show you something. You know what I mean?
And it took
That
him
was
two
the
years to realize he could play. He could catch the ball. Good for him. But look, I got the Texans winning.
Yo. All right. So we cleared the AFC. We're gonna switch over to the NFC, where it's about to. I'm gonna save that series for last. Yeah. Not series. I'm gonna save that game for last.
what
Um,
the belt the ass one.
yeah, from the Packers. But we're gonna start with the Buccaneers and the Commanders, and I'm gonna keep it on you, Ja. What's your outcome of the Bucks and the Commanders? You there, Ja? You good? Everything all right, Ja? All right. Well, Ja's having some problems right now. We're just gonna swing it over to K Wave. Who you got out of the Bucks and the Commanders, bro?
Oh man, I'm muted.
Oh man, all right, he's back. Everybody's back. We're gonna all right, Ja, we're gonna bring it back to you out of the Bucks and the Commanders.
My fault on that, you guys. like I said, Bucks and Commanders. Ooh, Bucks. The Bucks genuinely should have had a much better season than they had. Not saying they had a horrible season, but I did expect them to have a little bit of a better record. Expected more production out of oh golly, I'm mixing up the Bucks with the 49ers. I'm seeing the colors in my head. But that being said, nonetheless, I do like the Bucks as far as Mike Evans. A lot of their weapons that they have. Bijan started off the year extremely hot, simmered down a little bit in between, but picked it up more again towards the end. Last 3-4 weeks, he did his thing.
Bucky.
Oh my goodness. I'm putting all these teams together in my head. He on the Falcons. My bad, man. You see, I'm seeing red. These is teams I'm not even trying to talk about. I'm seeing green right now. I heard the Packers-Eagles game, and that's where my head been at ever since. So, but nonetheless, I do like the Buccaneers.
All right, my man. K-Wave, back over to you. Bucks and the Commanders, what's your outcome?
Jane Daniels, you had a great year, my boy. But Baker about to whoop that ass.
Let him know.
Baker about to whoop that ass. I'm sorry. It's been a great year for you, Jaden. And you even might show up a little bit. You might put up a fight. I wouldn't be surprised. But at the end of the day, Baker whooping that ass.
Hmm.
I'm sorry.
The same way Jaden Daniels gonna come in and whoop that ass. Hmm?
Whoop whose ass? Himself?
Nah, Buccaneers ain't going nowhere. They going home. Cancun trip already booked. They got the Cabo shit in the back. They got the PJ Raiders.
You only say that because you don't want to see him again if you had to. I understand why. It's been bucked ass last 2 times Baker seen the Eagles. So I know you don't see that
as I was saying, back what I was saying. That's what I was saying. The important things. I got the Commanders. They covering whatever spread they got. I think they 3.5. They gonna be 3.5 in that ass.
Wow.
Thanks. I know, right? That was
That wasn't a congratulations.
Nah, your wow just sent me now. But yeah, no, I got Commanders.
Not a compliment.
Oh, I know. I just took it as one. I knew it wasn't a compliment. But yeah, no, I got Commanders. I just don't have faith in Baker Mayfield, and I never have, and I never will.
Wow. What makes you have faith in Jaden?
And Jaden, because he's a good music performer. But Jalen, on the other hand, he's
All right.
It's okay, Kendrick. I know you want to see them boys in Tampa Bay again. I know you don't.
I don't. Because they blitz too much, and then my coordinators don't know how to change off the blitz.
Well, no. Every time Baker
run
see the
some
Eagles,
mesh concept, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, he sure do. I don't know what it is. He become Tom Brady reincarnated. He said, "Yeah, go ahead." Mike Evans turned into Randy Moss. Chris Godwin really turned into Jerry Rice for real if he was there. So it's always something.
Nothing but facts. But we're gonna stay on you. K. Rams and the Vikings.
Very close game. But I'm gonna give it to the Vikings.
You said close game, or you got the
Very
Vikings?
Close. Yeah, but I think the Vikings pull it out. Barely, but they pull it out.
Nothing to say about that one. Ja, who you got out of the Vikings and the Rams?
Gotta go with the Vikings. Got a lot of weapons there. I feel like their overall season, they got a couple of wins that they snuck away with, but they've really found a rhythm towards the end there. They need a bounce back week against Detroit after this previous week, so I don't see any reason for them to lose.
All right, totally agree. And K-Wave, Vikings and Rams shall come.
I'm unfortunately playing devil's advocate here, folks. I think Stafford gonna walk into Minnesota and send them packing. I think this is the game the Rams just be like, we know the Vikings is nice, we know what they can do, but don't forget about us now. And I think don't forget about us. And I think they want to see Detroit again. Not saying they're gonna win, but I think they want to see Detroit again. So Stafford got some unfinished business with the Lions. I think he gonna make it happen after bouncing Sam Dunn on the Vikings up out of there.
Well, they would only but they would have to see the Eagles then. So they would have to wait into the conference.
Yeah.
Not necessarily.
Well, that's if the Eagles lose. That's what I'm saying. That's if the Eagles lose.
All right, about to wrap it up. Last series. So I keep saying series. My bad. Last game. Let's go Packers. Kato, start off with you. You got Green Bay Packers against the Philadelphia Eagles. Who's your outcome of the game?
My outcome of the game. I think it's gonna be. I think it's a repeat of Week 1 when we played them, except you will see efficiency. So I'm saying we win by 2 scores, at least 14. I mean, they gonna have to somebody who. Let me ask you this, Mar. Who are you going to put on AJ Brown? That is my question.
The corner and the safety.
Okay. Who you gonna put on Smitty?
The rest of the defense.
Okay. Cool. I love that answer. Because then I'm going to just hand the ball off to Saquon since ain't nobody going to be there on defense.
Why wouldn't they?
Because you said everybody else on Smitty.
Once you see number 1 do this, oh yeah, attack. And we all out blitzing.
Oh yeah, okay.
If he three-stepping it, we 3-step. Safety and corner watch number 11, and the rest of y'all shift to number 6. We already know Zach Ertz not getting the ball. We already know.
I mean, Jaden Daniels gonna pass Zach Ertz the ball.
Like we already know.
My man DG and Grant really out there.
My fault. I said Zach Ertz. My fault. Goddard. My fault. You're right. Dallas Goddard ain't gonna get the ball.
Cool. That's cool. We got Grant. Grant really about to. Don't just so you know, we already got our TN1 for the next couple years. At once Dallas Goddard start really, packing the bag, start packing
for
it
what?
in. For what?
To block? I can block.
No, to pack it like we about to give him the Ertz treatment. We love you. We appreciate you, Dallas. We gotta let my man Grant hoop though. He gonna do it. It's just circle of life with the Eagles. Circle of life as a tight end.
I believe it. Okay. 14-point win by the Eagles. All right, but I hear you. All right,
AJ Brown might have 2 touchdowns. Might have 2 touchdowns.
Now you're just fighting it.
Now I'm fighting. My bad. I'm gonna sit back down. My bad.
He's fighting it. Corner safety. Watch that. Ja, who you got out of the Packers and the Eagles?
Well, of course, I'm still Philly guy at heart. I gotta go my Birds, man. Things to note that I'll say we gotta look out for. Josh Jacobs. Listen, like you said, our secondary's drastically improved. We've been doing a lot better against the pass game. On the floor, we got a big front line. Those Alabama, Georgia guys, all those dogs down there. But still, nonetheless, when he gets going fast, and he doesn't stop, and they'll keep feeding him. I saw it where he already has 3 touchdowns, and he's still getting 10 more carries after it. So, that being said, Josh Jacobs is like their X factor to me. So, that's the only thing to worry about. I'm still taking my Eagles by 2 touchdowns. I'll take them by 14 points as well. I know that sounds like a lot, but I'm taking them.
Not mad at it. I don't agree, but not mad at it. All right, K-Wave ended off, and we're going to end the episode. We're actually going to be ending the episode after this one, so please tell me you're going to save this. Please tell me you're going to do the right thing here.
So,
who you got?
all right. So I'm going to break it down like this. So from one side of things, this is the moment I've been waiting for this Eagles team. I told y'all I didn't care about the regular season success. I didn't care about none of that. I wanted to see what Nick Sirianni and Kellen Moore do when the money's on the line, when it matters the most. And that starts Saturday or whatever the hell y'all play. I don't know. Sunday, Saturday, this weekend. That starts this weekend.
Sunday. Sorry, Sunday.
That starts Sunday when y'all play. So I think a lot of things for one, we got to make sure Jordan Love plays because that'll dictate a lot of.
He's expected to play. He's expected to play.
He's expected. Yeah, okay, so cool. Potentially play. With that being said, based off history, I don't trust Kellen Moore in the postseason. While he might be a great offensive coach, and while he might know the X's and O's, I don't trust him. I think this is going to be a low-scoring game because I'll give credit where credit's due. Vic Fangio has been balling on the defensive side. Been balling. He got that defense looking really good at the right time. I think what's going to come down to is with Christian Watson being out, the last time y'all played, Jaden Reed was the one that went off receiver-wise.
Cooking.
So
and rushing-wise.
Exactly. So my question is, what is going to be the package to guard him right now? With that being said, are the Eagles going to win just because Saquon Barkley has to carry out to a victory? Because I don't trust him. I don't know if Kellen Moore Sr. can do it. And then the big question I have about the Eagles, when the money's on the table, what choice is Sirianni gonna make? Because we've seen him stay true to his soul. And sometimes that's not always the best thing to do. And like he said, at the end of the day, multiple times, he's going to make the final call. It ain't going to be Kellen Moore doing it. It's going to be him. And we already seen as well, Jake Elliott, that brother cooked a little cooked right now. He a little well
I mean,
done.
if it's not 50 yards, we straight. If it's not 50 yards, we straight.
He a little well done, Kendrick. You seen it this year. He a little well done. I don't know, kicking field goal is the right move.
If it's not 50, I'm gonna have more faith in him.
So Kris, please tell me you're gonna say the right answer.
Because of the fact that I don't trust Sirianni, and I feel like this could be his last game as a head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, I think Green Bay wins in a nail biter. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think it's going to be back and forth. Honestly think the final score might be 28-25 Green Bay off of a field goal. Off of a field goal. I think what it's going to come down to is the fact that I think Saquon has to dominate. I think he has to dominate to keep the Eagles in the game. He does. I think Saquon. I really do think Saquon going to rush for 100 and maybe 2 touchdowns by himself. I really do. I think Jay Reed also going to score a couple touchdowns, especially considering the fact that Christian Watson ain't playing. So he need receivers step up. So you already know Jay Reed like to play the slot. So they're going to have Dobbs and Wicks on the outside, basically against Mitchell and Dejean. So I want to know who is going to be guarding who's playing nickel, because it can't be C.J. Gardner-Johnson. I'll tell you that much right now.
No, that'd be Cooper. Cooper, the nickel corner. He would play the third receiver.
He would play it?
Yeah, because it would go. Yeah, because Slade was out, but I don't think he really out. I think it was more so he rest out. So
Okay.
I still think we would still line up with Slade, Q, and Cooper. But even if Slade was out, they would put Isaiah Rodgers there.
LOL. Anyway. Look, Kendrick don't like that. LOL. Anyway, I think it's going. I do think, and I really hope that it's the best game of the weekend. I really do, because I want it to come down to decision makings between the head coaches. I really want it to come down to that, because I really want to see what Sirianni does when it matters the most, and I just don't trust him to do that.
My man, and that concludes episode 1.
I bet you excited to handle that one.
Go Packers!
Go Packers!
Go Packers! Go Packers! And that's how we're gonna conclude the episode. Go Packers!
Yeah, go ahead. Have fun drafting Cam.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know.